Over this thing,
Yeah, sure.
no, that's what you wrote. This poem was written in French originally. It's called La Dentelle. In English, it's called Lace. It had been such a long time since they had seen each other. Such a long time that this complex anesthesia, made from perfumes, solar skin smoothness, still warm sighs made from early morning sheets, eternally steamy couscous, and the lazy rocking of taxis. She was now a prisoner in a new temple, built from the realities of new stones. Recalcitrant vestal, incarnated by the sound of a disincarnated voice, whose echoes had become a doubly absent presence, similar to the street noise, finding only cold, flat, and disinterested resonance on the windows of his bedroom. Her absence had transformed the minutes, hours, and days into a lace, whose rich interlaced beauty was reinforced by the airy presence of the voids. Good survivor, he had become used to living on this lace, where empty spaces predominated. He carefully started to obstruct the holes with pieces of memories to better fight the frigid future. He had managed a measure of living with a smaller measure of happiness, and could find nothing better to say to her that day when she called than, "I am trying to fill my life with things that are not you." This, if you're masochistic enough to one more poem, this poem is about Renoir and his last model. He, at the ripe old age of about 70, fell basically in love with this 15, 18-year-old model. She was his last model, by the way. And his wife must have had a sense of humor. It's called Light and Flesh. It's to the homage of the eternal muse. Sulphurous clouds from the fissures of Hades, intoxicating Faustian images of eternal youth, telescoping years and decades into constricted swallows of central memories, pinkish falls under reddish waves of down intimacy, soft contours made for brushing kisses, revived by his penetrating gaze, upon what, from a cold and inanimate universe, is truly a miraculous construct, the singularity between ethereal photons of light and the corporal scent of his impression of reality. This gives the title to my book, by the way. It's called Impressions of Reality. All right, let me give you something about Africa. This is to Léopold Senghor. He was the first president after France gave up the colony of Senegal. Léopold Senghor, who was a poet himself. It's called Africa. On the slippery riverbanks of paleontological muds, running steps escaping deadly jaws, mother of us all, genesis of consciousness of the continuity of life, you gently recline among the trembling reeds, not far from the restlessness of lustrous crocodiles, and spreading your thighs, you somehow offered future days to our future. Mother of us all, within nature's generosity, you give us embryonic families, sending them on their march toward their goal, in the hopeful mist of the next distant hills. You labored to give us the placental tomorrows in the evolutionary chain, beginning whatever destiny we deserved. This is basically based on the fact that we seem to have come from, the DNA of all of us come from Africa.
This is the new book, Johnny?
This is the book, yeah.
If you announce the title and the price.
It's called Impressions of Reality. It's got Monet's painting on it.
There you have it.
That's in the Marmottan in Paris, by the way.
Copies for sale tonight.
No,
No?
you can't have any. I'd like to do. Unlike the food Nazi, you know, and you can have
Oh,
it.
the root pot.
There's a good restaurant not too far from the Marmontant, by the way. If you go there, I'll
It's
take
not
you.
available anywhere?
No, yeah, yes, it's available. This is